Ooh, this place got gooped. Yeah, I think we're just going to de-goopify as much as I can. I don't actually even know what's the point where you'd call this planet done. I guess what I'd probably do is just build a bunch of purification structures and... Or not purification structures, terraforming structures, and then just bail. Just say, you'll turn out alright or something. Still really wish they'd given me more of an option to recycle all of this stuff. Like, it would have been really cool to be able to slowly, like, clean up these facilities and use them for something. I get why I can't. But it would have been cool. The whole ass car is buried in toxic goo. Yep. It's why I want to be able to deconstruct them. I guess on a kind of like weird level, who would ever want to drive that car? Not me. Let's see, did I put the car nearby? Car's over there. Do I want to grab the car? And, yeah, I should grab the car and bring it over. I guess we might as well warp back as I'm actually out of food and water. Let's go back to this one and actually name it. This is... Big Hole. Being able to actually do stuff and restore some places would be great. Map has 2 huge water treatment facilities, you can't fix them. There's also something that looked like we have a couple of mining complexes, we've got a couple of water treatment facilities, we've got a transport hub. Like, imagine if this planet specifically did not have drones, or like the drones moved really slowly for a while, but you could fix the whole monorail system so you were actually sending trains out to like transport your large quantities of resources for you instead. That would have been so sick. And I understand that like this is easier, but I sincerely hope if they ever get around to making a Nope, should not deposit my car. I kind of need that. If they ever make a second one of these, I hope they make it so that it can accommodate larger scale transportation and fixing stuff. Because yeah, like a giant water purifier, or, you know, a geothermal power plant that actually really does put out a stupid amount of power early. Those would be lovely, and seriously, like, I don't want to say elevate this game. I think it's in a fine spot as it is. But it would still be really satisfying having some of those options where you have a motivation to clear... okay. My problem with these places, like this building, is I look at this and I'm like, oh, it's cool. I wonder what it was used for. But I also don't give a shit because it doesn't matter to me. You know, it's the only reason why I have a curiosity towards that is purely just because it's nice to imagine what went on here. But say, like, you load up a new save file for this game, and you don't know what you're doing, you explore around for a while, you find, like, one of these locations actually was a giant geothermal power plant, and provides a ton of power. You know, not enough to power your whole base for forever, but, like, it's a lot, and it's good. And so, like, on your second, you find this geothermal power plant kind of late. When you don't need it anymore. Your second playthrough of it, you're like, okay, I know where the geothermal power plant is. I want to go get to this and fix it up fast because I don't need these like dinky solar panels anymore. They're dead to me in comparison because I've got this awesome, you know, geothermal power plant that can just do all of my work for me. Really? First time I've actually seen something need a access card in this DLC. And you could do the same thing with like a water purifier that starts dumping out purified water or something like that. Or a, you know, biochemistry lab or something that gives you automatic genes and like fish eggs and some other stuff. You can't build drone hubs, but you can find facilities that you can reconfigure into drone hubs. You can't deconstruct them, but yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, that would be nice. And, like, I think what this is fine. It's perfectly fun, and, like, I don't have really any complaints about it. It just, I can feel that potential lurking on the back of these places. Because, like, imagine, I mean, even to the point of having to fix this thing up, it would be equally satisfying having to, like, figure out how to repower the doors, hook them up, fix them, and really, like, turn a location into something that I own. As opposed to loot it for all it's worth and then never look back. And the only game I can think of, well, I don't know. Can't really think of a whole lot of games that actually pull this off. Because Abiotic Factor didn't have it either. And I felt that was kind of a downer, because I was just like, no, that would have actually been really neat. If, like, once you gain access to the reactors, you can, like, hook up conduit to the rest of your base and just never have to worry about power ever again. I've lost the ability to influence my own destiny. Other people have complete power over my life. Are we really individuals if all our choices are made by others? Do we still have dignity when our name is replaced by a number? I'm nothing more than a puppet, watching a game being played out against me. Dark. Yeah, it wasn't a thing for Dismantle either. Yeah, I was really disappointed with that with Dismantle. I like Dismantle. I think it's neat. Okay, can't get through there. But for those of you that haven't seen Dismantle, it's kind of like a weird pseudo-zombie survival resource scrapper game where you're just running around just taking a sledgehammer to literally everything. Let's actually grab the iron, make another locker. And, like, I had a lot of fun playing Dismantle. And I went back to it recently to be like, oh yeah, you know, I never finished this, maybe I should. And then I got bored with it in a little while because I just, like, walked into a new location, broke everything, took the resources back with me, upgraded some of my bits, and that was kind of it. You know, it's not like I was making a meaningful mark on the world apart from destroying it. And I wish more games were kind of the reverse, where you were making a meaningful mark on the world by fixing it and improving it, or co-opting it as kind of your own. Oh, I see. It's saying there's no power, so we can't get in. See? It is kind of weird that some of these you can get in. Just not that one. Also really wish this game had like a glider. I know we've got the jetpack, and that's good. But some part of me actually really wishes that I could like fly just a little bit. Hey, there's an access card. Because yeah, it would have been nice to do like a controlled flight over to this platform. I don't know how to power those. I'm sure there's a generator or something that needs a fusion cell inside. So I think what I'm going to do is actually pop back to my base and just grab a stack of 3 fusion cells? Probably 3 fusion cells. Because I have a whole mess of them sitting here. Like, look at these things. I literally have no use for them. You know what? Screw it. Let's bring 5. Why not, right? But yeah, there's probably something inside that gives me access to a power generator. And that'll let me power the doors to the point where I can actually open things up. Die here or die elsewhere. Given the choice, I prefer to die on my own terms. They told me my chances would be slim, that I could help open a new path for the future of humanity and my fellow beings. In any case, I can't stand this planet anymore. The more time passes, the more polluted and repulsive it becomes. After all, isn't creating life the most beautiful thing I could do? Wouldn't that be the most beautiful way to redeem myself? We're going to find out that somebody just unleashed all this stuff because they were losing their minds while working it. Oh, new blueprint. Purification multiplier fuse. We can just make those. Sick. Oh, here it is. Ah, this is the other side of those cells. Another access card. I really wish I could open this up now that the power is on. Alas, but it's fine. Let's fly right home. I'm just going to go drop this all off. We might not need any more fusion cells, but I'm going to keep them with me for a little while. Oh, is this one specifically demanding fusion cells so they end up there? Hey, that was actually probably a good idea. Okay. Anything else? Nope, we go right back. Haven't had a snow day in so long. Well, you live in Texas! I'm pretty sure your governor just found Frosty the Snowman and deported him. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't say that, but also that guy sucks. Let's see. There we go. Ooh. First time I've seen one of these, like, stupidly large lockers in a while. I guess you do get some occasional apocalyptic snowstorms that absolutely destroy, society for a week. They're still kind of few and far between. Let's see. Do we have anything else here? I remember living in North Carolina, which was not nearly as hot as Texas, but oh, a bunch of random water bottles. Oh, right, from the nuclear. Got it. Did we go back down? I think I might want to leave this. This seems kind of extensive. I remember playing Teamfight Tactics with y'all at Hotel Wi-Fi during the storm. Yeah, that was... I don't know how hard it was for you, but it was kind of unique, at least from the outside looking in on that one. Yeah, when I lived in North Carolina, the snow was properly apocalyptic whenever it would, like, hit. Because we did not even have, like, plows, really. And so we had to wait for, like, I think it was, like, Maryland to send us some plows, which was extremely funny. Because, yeah, we just got, like, a couple of inches of snow, and then it all turned to ice and shut down, you know, all of Chapel Hill for a couple of days. It was like a week. It was kind of nice. But yeah, I think we've got... Let me check. Looks like the snow's kind of stopped outside, but I think we got 2 or 3 inches today. 85 degrees 2 days ago here. Ugh. That's no good. Yeah, I can't live in those conditions. I need cold days. I'm a northerner. Prisoner release note. Prisoner Mileke has been granted exceptional permission to leave the prison with no possibility of return. Orders were to escort him to the extraction zone at the top of the dam. It appears that the Sentinel Corp has offered him the opportunity to participate in the experimental program related to the research laboratory's activities. I'm not going to complain about that. Let them do what they want with him. So, I guess this was the prison. Maybe. Or this is mission control for the Planet Crafter program. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, there's still a little snow in North Carolina that plows are an unreasonable expense. It's true. Like, I truly do not begrudge them that, and as a middle schooler at the time, the town not having plows was awesome because it meant that, like, even though the snow had stopped falling a while ago, no one could get to school, and so we just had a very, very long snow week. And yeah, as a kid, that's awesome, and I think more schools should just accept snow days into their hearts. My school in Massachusetts was very good at plowing, And it kind of sucked a little because it was one of those where it's like, yeah, but don't like let kids have snow days. And they're like, no, it's only 5 inches of snow. And it's like, but I'm not going to be able to go sledding at like, you know, 4 in the afternoon when I finally get home. There are clearly not enough of us to look after all these prisoners, and the guards aren't going to help us. Here, the pollution is starting to affect people's bodies, and some of the sick are beginning to hallucinate badly. Some talk about returning to their roots and being freed by the mother fungus. The other day, I saw 2 of them climb over the fence and head towards the fault line like zombies. No one will go looking for them anyway. It's far too toxic now. But what will become of them? Oh, that's dark. Oh, is this another access key situation? It requires 3? Damn. Okay, there was... Yeah, let's give this a shot and see where this goes. No, might actually be a mid-level that I can hop off at. Okay, so this was the door that was locked by no power. Oh, I left a key at base? This base or home base? Oh boy. Might have to do a couple rounds. I think schools just do online school instead of snow days now. That sucks so hard. Like, I understand that, like, it's important to have kids learn, but I will guarantee you... Oh yeah, I did leave one here. I will guarantee you, students will learn way worse if they're not allowed to be kids and take days off for snow and whatnot. Let's see. Can I have permission to post a link? It's the famous Raleigh snow, North Carolina snow pick. You might still get zapped. Oops, wrong one. I get zapped by Nightbot, but I think somebody will be able to reshare it for you. Oh, looks like it's fine. I think I turned off Nightbot a while ago because I haven't needed one. Yeah, yep. I think that might have been the same snowstorm that I'm talking about, actually. Because I think I was there. I don't know, it's been a long time. It's weird to think about. And it's not the most comfortable, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's been a while since I was in North Carolina. And interestingly enough, this has actually kind of happened to me a couple of times at this point. The, like, apocalyptic snowstorm that kind of takes out the town. And I'm completely insulated from it because I don't need to go to work or anything. My work is here. Let's see. Can't get that open. Can't get that open. Can hop down in here and see where this leads us. Let's see. We're moving out of Kansas. Like a decade. Well, not a decade ago. Back in 2009. Or 19, off by 10 years. We're moving out of Kansas because we wanted a bigger place to live and also a industrial facility to change their HVAC system, and we're effectively, like, making it impossible for us to sleep. Oh, don't be sad, Mother. This is my destiny, and I accept it. All the actions of my life have led me here, and I take responsibility for them. This place is harsh, cruel, unfair, and dirty. Suppose it's a bit like me after all. I just miss the clean air. Can't stand this rancid smell that's everywhere. Outside, in my cell, on my clothes, and even deep in my sheets. I hate this putrid smell. Anything here? These guys had huge lockers. Doesn't look like there's anything, though. Planetary Delivery Depot. So we can now just have routine, like, automation for moving resources around, which is going to be insanely good. Let's see. Grab those. Unfortunately, we're in the prison cell block, and there's not a whole lot of loot to be had here. Oh, we're back here. How's the generator? Unfortunately, yeah, this place is very lightly maze-like. I've still got 60 toxic elements somewhere to find. Snow days, some other things. I don't know. But yeah, we've gotten, I think it was like 3 inches of snow today, and I think we're projected to get even more over the next day or so. It's been a bit since I've checked the weather. Because once again, don't care, work from home. It's kind of nice, easy. I actually get really excited when the weather looks like it's going to be kind of miserable, because I, can walk to most of my like local amenities. Lucky like that. And so, yeah, today was like, hey, let's go on a walk and go. Let's go on a walk and, you know, go pick up pizza and stuff. And it was nice because we didn't have to worry about anything. The most we have to worry about is maniacs driving out of the nearby fast food joint, because they absolutely can and will almost run us over. We have yet to get hit, which is good, but there are some concerns, because yeah, I've had a couple. It's like always like older people. No, it's not always older people. I think the last one was like a younger guy, but historically it's been like older people who try and like swerve around us in weirdly aggressive manners. And it's like, what are you doing? Pristine purifying balm. Huh. But the one thing I always notice is whenever they try and do this, I like stop because they're going to hit me otherwise. And then I just stare at them like really pointedly and aggressively as they go by. And they always kind of have this like weird turtle posture where they like kind of raise their shoulders defensively. They have like a strange grimace on their face. It's like universal too. It's very strange and super frustrating. Because they clearly don't learn any kind of lesson from it. They just don't want to wait for me to cross the street. Reading a thing about how jaywalk... Oh. Huh. I don't know if I know how to get into that, actually. I was reading a thing about how jaywalking originally... Like, you see all those, like, old-timey videos of people... I don't remember where that... Oh, no... The locked door is, I think, over in here? Yeah. We're going to dump this off and see if we can find the last access card somewhere. It's probably up high in the facility rather than down low. Talking about... Oh, right. So, you know in old-timey, like, movies and footage of, like, people walking in the streets? And you just have people, like, crossing left and right... between like train cars and car cars and horses and whatnot. Apparently it used to be normal and totally legal to cross the streets, regardless of, oh, maybe it's just here? No, I think there's another location I haven't found, but maybe it's just locked off currently. But normal to like walk in the streets, and there was no such thing as cars like having right of way. That was something that actually was done specifically by the car industry because they wanted people to prioritize cars more. And so they invented the term jaywalking. I could be paraphrasing this and I'm a little off, but they invented jaywalking as a way of shaming pedestrians off the road so that it would be car only, which I think is really sinister. Really good marketing, but also kind of evil because, yeah, here's all the goop. As somebody who would prefer to be a pedestrian for forever, there's a lot of drivers out there that kind of do seemingly just want anybody who isn't another driver dead. And even many of them who want other drivers dead. It's really strange. I wish we had trains. Yeah, I was talking about us moving. Oh, right. Back to that topic. So, in terms of apocalyptic snowstorms, we were moving out of Kansas. And, yeah, we were going from Kansas to Portland. Oh, no power. So I did need another one of these fusion cells. we're moving from Kansas to Portland. Shell, stop. I'll get to it. Portland, Oregon, not Maine. And we had moved into Kansas in like late August and had gone month to month because we wanted to move away because of said, like the aforementioned industrial facility changing its HVAC system and effectively ruining our lives. I think I'm going to have to be on the top of that to do anything about it. Here it is. This is why we carry a ton of fusion cells on us for no reason here. I guess let's clear this out first. So I think my inventory is so full I might have to go and come back. How do we even... Huh. That might be the same building room and... No. This is a whole extra... Oh gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the way I came in. Yeah, this is the rest of the facility. Oh, I guess I could actually just take a subway, like one of the trains in and around here. It was good to know. If pedestrians do have the right of way and crosswalks, still no one respects it though. Oh yeah, we've got a pedestrian. We have one crosswalk near where we live, and we'll be like standing there waiting to cross for multiple minutes as people drive by like 10, 20 miles over the speed limit just because they do not want to have to stop or slow down for us. Yeah, well, I said 10 to 20 miles over the speed limit. Like the road actually put up a speed limit, like one of those like digital ones to be like, hey, people are speeding way too fast on this area and it's past like residential. Stop doing that. And so when we're trying to cross the street, yeah, people will speed by to not have to wait for us. But when we're driving it and keeping the speed limit, people like get up behind us really aggressively and like tailgate as hard as they can. To the point where we've actually been like at a, we were taking a left and one of these people had been tailgating us, pulled up to our right, and then took a left turn from the right lane while honking at us to signal their displeasure about how slow we were going at the speed limit on this street past a bunch of houses. And it was just like, what is wrong with people, man? But I mean, I get it. It's the worse capitalism gets in the US, the more, you know, people are going to be just like pointlessly angry for no reason. It's a delivery driver. I hate those signs. They always scare me. Oh, you're afraid that there's like a red light camera attached or something like that? We had those in North Carolina. Those were not well liked. Okay. Drop this off here. I don't think the little like speed... Let's see. These are all set to supply. Guess this one isn't. We'll have to figure out the rest. Okay. Do I think I'm good? Oh, actually, we don't have to worry about oxygen anymore. So it is purely just air purification. Air-related cameras aren't allowed to be used in Texas, thankfully. Oh, they should be. I'm like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I think it should be like a somewhat generous system, but there are a lot of people who definitely need that level of like oversight because they will run the reds and kill people, and that's not great. Okay, so still can't get in there. Can't get in there. Yeah, we had red light cameras when we were in North Carolina, and people hated them, but I didn't really get it because there was literally no circumstances where, like, my mother, who very much obeys the, you know, when to go through intersections and whatnot, at no point did she ever have to worry about the red light camera. But I get it, like, some people have different experiences. I think it's one of those, like, the classic argument of, oh, but what if I need to speed because, you know, my wife's going into labor or something like that. I've heard those arguments, and I think that's always, like, equal parts mildly valid, but then also that's where the judge is supposed to be like, yeah, okay, maybe not you, you're fine. Let's see. There's a fake crossing signal at the shopping center near my house. It never changes when you press it. Ooh. I wouldn't say that's a fake so much as just somebody didn't set it up correctly, and either the town doesn't know, or the town doesn't give a shit. Both of those are kind of bad. My high school had a had a light just as you were coming out of it. And what we found out as students, and this was very frustrating, is the light would only turn like green if there were more than 2 cars waiting, or you had a really big car. And so it was not infrequent to see somebody just like sitting there with their left signal on, waiting for that light to go for like multiple minutes, to the point where they'd eventually take a left, you know, a left turn out of it when they, you know, definitely did not have the light to do so. It usually wasn't a problem, but every once in a while you'd hear about a cop like pulling somebody over or giving them a ticket for taking left in that intersection. It's just like, you'd think at some point somebody would notice and fix it, but I guess we maybe should have just complained more. I noticed cops that would take lefts at that red light and not care. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's the upper section. Because, yeah, we only have 14 left. Personally, I just like pedestrian bridges. Like the ones that go over highways and busy roads and whatnot. I know they aren't as practical, but it's just kind of nice being able to go over and not have to worry about things. Now, fit it in. I guess let's just drink. We can leave the chest here. Wait, toxic what? Oh, did we just unlock something new and I wasn't paying attention? Either that or I did a slip. Wouldn't be the first time. Toxic artillery shell. What? Okay. Kind of late in the process, I would think. Oh, right. We never did actually loot these trains, did we? Betcha that's an export. Maybe. Oh, God. Is it? That's so dark. Oh, there's a little bit more. Okay, I think we looted everything off of this. In here, but we haven't been out. There's also the upper floor on this room, which I should probably check out. Oh, it was just a little hang-up meeting room. That's a cool looking whatever it is, but nope. I'll have to look at the toxic artillery shell. It would be very strange if it actually is supposed to be used for, like, shelling a location to purify them. But it is really dark, the idea of exporting, literally, like, war crime weapons. Okay, so here's the really unfortunate part. There is exactly one piece of toxic goo somewhere in this facility that I've missed. I do not know where it is. And so I'm going to have to just check the whole damn place to find it. And I'm sure it's in one of the spots I've already cleaned. Yeah, one more, but where? Why, I wish there was like a sonar or something. Or a drone that I could just tell, hey, go do this for me. Let's clear out some of these chests, and then we can go take a look at it. The toxic delivery shell. Whatever. Yeah, Goodar. You joke. I am serious. Or maybe you're not joking either. Okay. Duh fuel. How we doing? Yeah, we got about 20 minutes. I'm not sure how many chests I'm going to loot on the next couple of moons. I'll probably still loot them, but there really is kind of a solid question of, is it worth looting these things? Because I have more resources than I think I will ever know what to do with at this point. Oh, this is Big Hole. That's not where I want to go. We do want to go back to Big Hole once we've got the rest of the purification fuses set. This game seems interesting. It is very fun. It is like everything I liked about Subnautica, but crossed with like Terra Nil and Factorio, which makes for a very compelling experience. I bet the bit of goo that I'm missing is like up high, maybe? Have I been in that room? Wait. Okay, it's here. There it is. We never did find the remaining access card, though. Was that Grande Jonas? Yes. I've named all of my dumb chests after Jonas. We have Jonas Fatson, we have Jonas Fitzin, we have Jonas Averagson, we've got Grande Jonas, and then maybe Tiny Jonas? I forget. There's one more. I've got 5 Jonases. And they will hopefully hold all of my junk. So my drones can deliver it for me. Jonah losses. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, so the problem is, unless I tossed one of these access keys in a bin, that means that we have one hiding somewhere in this facility that I have yet to find. Oh, which is a nightmare. I'm not going to check the prison cells again. I hope they're not in the prison cells. That would suck. And I don't want to do that. Wait, here? There it is. Alright. And that'll be it for whatever's in here. That door just winks open. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, okay. We've got another one here. I was going to be very upset if it was like, hey, by the way, you missed another key somewhere. Good luck. Okay, so yeah, this is the room that I was looking at. I was like, I wonder how I get in there. This is how. Yeah, we've got more suits, but I really don't care about cosmetics. I think if I was playing multiplayer, I would, but I don't. So this is the back half of the room? Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is the door I'd spotted earlier. So that means we're completely done with this place. Honestly, if I hadn't opened that door, I don't think it would have mattered. There was not much in there. The funny story about the Jonas Fatson lockers is that Penta was watching the stream some amount of time. We did pick up the car. Okay. I noticed the game hitches a little bit, which makes me worry that we're going to get another blue screen. But they usually might happen at the 3-hour mark, so hopefully it'll be fine enough. Okay. Well, do we want to... Yeah, let's go dump stuff off first. Go from there. Drop all this jazz off. Except for the iron. But yeah, Penta was watching the stream and was like, please tell me you have one of these named after Jonas. And I was like, yep. Yeah, let me get that Jonah Lossus in here. Jonah Lossu S. Sure. But yeah, so Pento was like, please tell me you have a Jonas locker. And I like turned to my left and I'm like, yep, there he is. I don't know. Why not, right? I still remember very much the people implying that Jonas was not real. It was just somebody who'd made up as a joke. As like a running gag in Wholesomeverse. And it was very funny whenever Jonas would show up and people would be like, wait, he's real? That was good stuff. Okay, so let's go back to this one. I don't think we really have much to do. Did we get this? Yeah. I'm just gonna hoover these all up and bring it with me. These I cannot fill out, but they're set to provide. And I've got enough inventory space, including the car. Cool. And like years later, after, well, I don't know. I was gonna say after the pandemic, like cohesive Wholesomeverse stream group has kind of become a bit of a distant memory. Not to say that Wholesomeverse will be gone, just so much as like getting all 8+ of us to show up all at once is pretty much impossible at this point. But I'm still going to be naming things, you know, Jonas Fatsin years from now, and people are not going to get the reference at all, and it is going to be very funny. Okay, let's get a couple of foundation grids. Toxic artillery shell pack, yeah. Okay, so we are absolutely producing war crimes and selling them. That's... I actually don't know how to feel about that. That's something about that's kind of dark. I'd actually love to play one of these games at some point that very much the implication is that your character is like on... Oh, nope. We want these. Your character is specifically supplying like the Terrans from StarCraft. They're like armaments and building their weapons for them and whatnot. And so like the whole game you're getting messages from like what's going on at the you know, at some of these big space battles in the background. That would be extremely cool. There's 200 goop. Oh god, where is it? Is it all underwater? Please don't tell me it's all underwater. I hate going in the toothpaste water. Nope, I'm not seeing it actually. This is actually extremely scuffed looking. Okay, here we go. Here's at least an amount of it. Just get the gang back together, Wabo. Well, I mean, in like 15-20 minutes, we're going to be playing Fellowship together. Like, the thing is, we've kind of fragmented so that, you know, subgroups get together and play. But the fact of the matter is that unless we get another, you know, global pandemic to the point where, you know, lockdowns are a thing and people are social distancing super hard and working from home, chances are getting like a full group of people is going to be tricky. I should probably get out of here before that kills me. Or I could just carry around a giant stack of beans and not care. That does hurt, though. I wonder if it actually hurts with increasing damage. It might. But yeah, so, only way the gang gets back fully together is if, bird flu is as bad as it's going to be. Which is, I don't want to cross my fingers for that, just so I can play more video games with my buddies. Much as that would be cool. Okay. I'm really wondering what the shells are for. I'm sure they're just worth a ton of trade resources. Yeah, wow, that burns quick. This is easy to get out this direction. Yeah, the problem is the goop is also, like, so bad it makes it really difficult to see long distances and potentially spot it from afar. Yeah, let's go until we have a full inventory here, then we'll go back and I'll look into the toxic artillery shells. It would have been really cool if it was like an option to fire like purification shells at the you know, at a infected zone to just clear it without even having to be there. But I also recognize I'm literally almost done. I think this is the second to last region that I have yet to purge. The other region is like the initial one that you see as you're taking the monorail. Monorail? I don't know. Yeah, the monorail to the new region. I set my little base up in the wrong spot, but I do not want to move it. Recipe for the rocket is 15 boxes of Mr. Clean magic erasers. That's funny. Some bleach. Let's see. So I was going to go upstairs. Oh, do I not have one of the... Oh, I guess it must be down here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. You will need to create a lot of it to fulfill a commercial partnership. Place 25 of these in the extraction rocket to be able to fulfill a commercial partnership. So that's the bad guy ending right there. Okay, so what do I need to make these things? Barely anything. Alright, let's make a bunch of purification cells. If I can? Nope. Okay, doesn't look like I can make them on my own. So I'm gonna... Oh, right, because the empty fuses are all the way over here. That would do it. I guess I could just turn this off. Have this just demand our empty fuses. That should be good enough. Really? Is it because there's stuff upstairs? Is it because of lack of toxic goo? I don't know, man. Okay, I'm just going to turn this off. It's going to be like that. We'll just do it manually. So I need 2 mushrooms, purification gel, and a plastic rod. Whoops. Unless we're completely out of the mushrooms. No, we've got a couple of them. Now, this is not the most efficient use of my inventory space, but that's fine. Because I can come back for more. Yeah, unfortunately, a number of these pristine mushrooms are getting used up. But I think we can make them somewhere. Yeah, with that. But this may also just be enough. I don't know, hard to say. Well, we're out of pristine mushrooms, so sure. I mean, that's still 4 purification fuses. That should be enough. Let's go back to Big Hole. Oh, right, because there's a little bit more. Time to turn on earthquake mode. Whoa. The Council of Frogs has arrived. I don't think these guys were here seconds ago. Either that or I assumed they were just tungsten. Oh, there's just lava going on down there. Alright. Well, where's my teleporter? It was just all there too. Like, that's the wild part. Yep, got plenty of space. Go down one more into the lava hole. But not into the lava because that could go bad for me. There's more of these guys. They're just everywhere. Better than rotating them manually. Hydration is low. Fine. You will eat my beans too. I don't know which of these is which. Do we already have a stank lands? No, we have fart lands, fart home. And something else, something about stink. Stinky tree land, there we go. But yeah, having stank landy on top of everything else, that'll work. Okay, so that probably means I don't need another purification fuse multiplier. Well, we have infinite frogs and hella osmium. Now this is under stanky water. I'm really curious what we've gotten here. Some goodies. No lore though. I was really hoping there would be something about like person setting up down here. Question mark. Alright, we're getting all these messages. I don't check my email. I like actually have stopped reading my email nearly as much as I used to. It was one of those where like, I don't know. I get so many emails and messages from developers trying to contact me that it's become slightly exhausting. Especially because in a lot of cases it's like, you know, games that I wouldn't cover normally anyway. Okay. And so yeah, I've slightly tuned out on ever responding to them. Oh, there was like a little base in there. But it's currently inaccessible. And that's fine, because I don't think we actually care. Oh. Okay, there's a little bit more going on here than I thought. 'Cause that's the super osmium cave. Here's my little dump chest zone. Okay, there's a ladder in this one. Here, far from scrutiny, if they'd like to make us forget, or they'd like to make us forget our humanity, our hopes and destinies. Whatever happened in the past, we are still humans. We should be allowed to dream at night. We won't live like scared animals forever. If you think the same, if you yearn for something else, for more, for a future, join us. You'll find us under the rocky trees. Like rats, we live in the sewers. Search there. Huh. Rocky tree... Oh. Unless those are the people that all sacrifice themselves to the great mushroom. Which is entirely possible, actually. I kind of feel like that's one of those that should activate a beacon for me. It's one thing I think Subnautica did incredibly well, is like they tell you about a thing, and actually make it really easy to find. As opposed to super scavenger hunt mode, where not so easy to find. Okay, let's just clear out everything in the big hole. But I get a lot of developers emailing me nowadays with games generated with AI, and they're like, look, it's the first like vibe coded game, and I'm like, I truly do not give a shit. But I also have a thing right next to like my email address on YouTube being like, hey, never send me these games. I'm not going to cover them. And they keep sending me the emails and acting really offended with them. I'm like, no. On no uncertain terms will I ever cover these games. And somehow it's like this big insult that I have the ability to say no to them. Some understand, but it's frustrating all the same. Okay, do we leave this here in Big Hole? I guess the one problem is, how do you get back up? Not easily, that's what. Because I don't know if I need the teleporter in Big Hole at this point. Oh, there's the elevator. Yeah, they don't read about us or actually watch any content. Well, they read about me in terms of, so I've actually joined like Discords where these people are talking about me or about other creators. And it's all just like pure numbers game, like, oh, this creator like gets you this amount of wish lists if you get a video from them. And it's like kind of boiling everything down to the point where there's nothing left. It's very mechanical, which it makes sense, but it's slightly frustrating when I get emails from developers who like very clearly have not done any market research, both for the like creators they're contacting and for even just their game. But so like a lot of visual novels, weird puzzle games, mobile game dev stuff. I get a lot of mobile games and I'm like, why would you send this to me? I'm literally never ever going to cover your game. No matter how many emails you send me. Then I always have to feel like or kind of be the bad guy when I'm like, seriously, stop emailing me. I'm going to block you if you keep this up. Yeah, the sea does honest opinions, and here you can get a lot of money / views from this one. It's true. And so I've seen these conversations. Most developers are actually pretty nice and understanding and not like too weird about this stuff, but every once in a while you run into the ones that are like actually upset because I'm somehow preventing them from being successful by withholding coverage. That's weird. Most of them just move on and keep moving on, and then I don't know, it varies. Okay, wait, no, don't do that. We want to hold on to the teleporter. Do we want to hold on to the teleporter? Do we need to hold on to the teleporter? I actually don't think there's a whole lot of places left for me to teleport. Because we've kind of cleared everything else. There's the bit with the stone trees that we just found out about. There's a little... Oh, there's that thing there. Do we want to set up a teleporter in there? Since I've got it in my pocket. I think so. It's like saying since you made a product / flipped a house, everyone's obligated to buy it. I mean, it's no different from a lot of the creators that get really mad when they, you know, don't get a whole lot of, you know, viewership for whatever reason. You remember back in the day, it was pretty common for, like, smaller creators to be actively mad at the existence of other larger YouTubers for more or less, like, locking them out just by dominating whatever algorithm or search results. I don't know if this is still like a prevailing attitude, but it was not infrequent that you would find, you know, somebody raging about the existence of... It usually wasn't PewDiePie, it was usually the people that would like blitz a playthrough really quickly. Okay, so supposedly there's toxic material to clean up in here. Yeah, there it is. I should have grabbed some iron. That's okay, we've got plenty of it. Plenty of it. Okay. I'm just gonna put this here. I don't actually know if this is the right spot for a teleporter, but I don't think it matters too much. Because, yeah, we've got a couple of things here that seem interesting. I think there's kind of just a prevailing attitude amongst at least a number of people. Generic frog. Sorry, buddies. You're not generic to me. You are entirely irascible. Bye. I don't know. It feels like there's a cohort of people, humanity, that always feels like they're owed something. And it's like really difficult to pierce that. I have to deal with this every once in a while with like family members where they're like, you know, you don't respect me enough. And I'm like, for reasons that I think we've been over multiple times. And they get, you know, progressively like angrier about it rather than ever understanding that like maybe they're the problem. And so I think for a lot of folks, especially with like internet, I'd say internet followings, internet, well, I mean, internet following, internet success, a lot of folks saw and still see, you know, all of it as like this weird popularity contest that you're not winning the internet unless you have 100,000 followers and like adoring fans and whatnot. And that, you know, many of these things are kind of, I mean, beyond just the get rich aspect of it, a like sign of validation of you as a human being, that if you can't reach whatever this target is, you are kind of nothing. And so a lot of folks then kind of turn that, not inwardly so much as turn that toxic, where it suddenly becomes this like great insults that they somehow don't have enough like viewership or fans, or, you know, aren't selling well enough, or a content creator won't cover their game and give them, you know, say nice things about them, or any number of stuff like this. And I get that a lot of it is like human nature, but it feels like the internet exacerbates this in a really big way. That normally on like a human-to-human basis, you don't actually have like a numerical value determining how many people like what you're saying, or follow you or anything like that. You know, you don't have like, you don't dunk on somebody or you get in an argument, you don't have people like giving you thumbs up and like standing behind you mid-argument to say like, yeah, you know, that was a good zinger. You know, that might happen a little bit, but more often than not, you have no way of measuring like your interpersonal interactions at all. And well, that technically is like less definitive, God, it's a lot less toxic. Because I think once you start throwing in numbers and analytics and all that jazz, ooh, wait, no, we've been there? We've been there. This is the ladder's up. I thought for a second this chamber went bigger than it, or had like a branch passage. I didn't know. Well, that's done. I think it might be time for fellowship soon. I'm at the very least going to hop on Discord and make sure that I can hear them. Oh, looks like they're all waiting for me, so it's go time. Or at least close to go time. Well, I guess let's just drop some things off and then I'll make the switch, rather than trying to squeak out a little bit more of this. Just in case my computer blue screens, because that would be unfortunate to have happen right now. We need to do a big cleaning day looking at this. Or we finish up on this planet and then we abandon it before I have to reckon with the fact that I have way too many things in storage. How far are we on purification? We have 151 toxic goo left to clean, all in that one location. And the detoxo tree... Does the detoxo tree specifically detox things for you? Because if that's the case, it's kind of insulting to have that show up right at the end, but oh well. But yeah, I think we're actually getting pretty far along on this planet. Let's see. We are at breathable atmosphere. Next up is or natural life.